Hey, welcome back inside the Purple Room. My name's Pyle, and did you know that the 98-99 season was a lockout shortened season? To date, there have been 4 lockouts in the NBA, and the longest spanned 191 days, which was that 98-99 season. The Raptors, like all teams, played a condensed 50-game season which started in February, and Vince Carter made his debut February 5th, 1999 against the Boston Celtics, where he scored 16 points. And of course he was must-see TV. Don't you remember that game against the Indiana Pacers where he went baseline behind the back to slam it home? What? If you're keeping count, which I hope you are, Butch Carter was the newest head coach under the helm for the Toronto Raptors. That was the 3rd coach in 4 years. And Glenn Grunwald, he was the new GM. The Raptors made their debut in their new home, the Air Canada Centre, on February 21st, 1999, where Vince Carter scored the first 2 points in that arena. Of course, Half Man, Half Amazing was the unanimous Rookie of the Year, averaging 18.3 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 3 assists. What about his cousin, Tracy McGrady, you ask? Well, he had a breakout game on April 27th, 1999 against the Charlotte Hornets, where he scored 27 points and showcased his potential. There was promise and hope for this Toronto Raptors team, who had their first 6-game win streak come at the end of March, the beginning of April. Despite finishing the season 23-27, the Toronto Raptors had this veteran presence that they were bringing into the locker room with the likes of Dee Brown, Kevin Willis, and Charles Oakley, to name a few. All right, can someone set the record straight for me about these 3 items I want to know about? First, did Charles Oakley have a shouting match with one of his teammates? And if so, who was it? And was there an inside joke all season that Tracy McGrady did dunk on Vince Carter during practice? And lastly, did the Raptors really practice in their snow boots instead of sneakers due to a snowstorm that delayed their sneakers from arriving? While Coach Butch Carter preached discipline and development for the young guys, especially Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter, I was preaching hope and promise. You know that every school project I had to do in elementary school revolved around the Toronto Raptors. Despite losing on my birthday, I know that the key was winning, and there were going to be more bright spots ahead. Stay tuned until next week, where I break out the agendas.